Hey, hi everyone. Today we're gonna talk about Selenium interview question. Yes, we are going to cover various Selenium interview questions in the coming series. So the question for today is how to launch a browser in Selenium WebDriver. Yes, this is the very common questions which uh, which is asked in Selenium interview. So the question is how to launch a browser in Selenium WebDriver. So we'll see how we can launch a browser using Selenium, and this is one of the starting question in any Selenium interview. So you should know how to start a browser in Selenium, and we know that Selenium supports only web applications, and which in turn web applications are usually run on browsers, and the browser could be anything. It could be Internet Explorer, it could be Firefox, it could be Chrome. So which means Selenium supports web application and web application runs on browser. So how to launch a browser is a very common and genuine question, and every Selenium automation tester should know how to launch a browser in Selenium WebDriver. Let's see the demo now. Cool. So this is the Eclipse ID, and I'll show you hands-on how we can answer this question, and let's get started. So this is the Eclipse, and there's nothing. We'll start from the scratch. How to launch, how to set up the project, and how we can write a basic um, our test case so that we can launch our browser in Selenium. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'll create one Java project. So to create any project in Eclipse ID is integrated development environment, Eclipse ID. So to create any project in Eclipse ID, you just need to go to this file, then click on new. Here you go, and there here you can see several options are there, like Maven project, JPA project. So many projects are there. So what we will do, we want to create Java project. So we'll select this Java project. So as you can see, create a Java project. So we will select this Java project. We'll click on next. So this window will appear, and it says enter a project name. So I'll see project name could be let's say my interview project. Here you go. Now we'll click on next. So what I have done, I have just clicked on file, new Java project. I have given the name of the project, and since we are working on Selenium, so we need to include Selenium jar files. So I'll add external jars. Here you go. So I have this Selenium software, so I'll select this Selenium server standalone. I'll click on OK. Now I have added Selenium server standalone. I'll click on finish. Here you go. Now a basic Java project will be created where we can write our Java code, and we can write the code to launch the browser. Alright, so this is the folder is created. Let me go through this. So this is the package explorer or of Eclipse, and here we can see my interview project. It's the name of the project, and here these are the reference libraries, and in reference libraries we can see that Selenium server standalone is added. This is JRE system library. Right now I'm using Java 1.8, and this SRC folder is already created. So far so good. So what we have done, we have just created a simple Java project in the Eclipse ID. Now what is the next step? Since Selenium supports many programming languages like Java, C Sharp, Python, Ruby, so many languages. So but in the industry mostly people work using Java. So I'm gonna show you with Java only. Alright, so what uh, when we say Java programming, it means we need to create Java classes. Okay, we need to create the Java classes. So in the src folder, I'll right click on new, and we know that classes can be grouped into a package. So I'll create a simple package like a com dot my interview package, com dot my interview package. Click on finish. So what exactly package is? In package we can group, or we can keep different Java classes. All right, so far so good. And now what I'm gonna do is I'll create one Java class, and in this Java class I'll write my Selenium code or Selenium script or Selenium automation scripts. Okay, so let me give this window says new Java class. That means we are going to create a new Java class, and that the name of the class could be let's say launch, launch launch browser demo. Here you go. I'll take public static void main for now. Click on finish. It's too simple. Some code will be auto generated. Here you go. This package is my com.my interview package, public class launch browser demo, and this is the main method. Too simple. Okay, now let me increase the font for you so that it should be visible more. So how to increase the font? Just go to window preferences, and here you can type font, color and fonts. Okay, just click on basic. Here you go, text font, and I'll edit it, and I'll increase to 18. Cool. Click on apply, click on OK. It's better now. Okay, so this is the main method, and I'm gonna tell you one more concept. In any Java program or in any Java class, when we execute that code, the first entry point is the main method. So in any Java programming, main method is the entry point for the compiler or the JVM. Okay, now the question was how to launch a browser in Selenium. Okay, so for that, what I'm gonna do is I'll create first of all I need to initialize the WebDriver driver. As we know that WebDriver is an interface, so if anybody asks you what is WebDriver, you can say WebDriver is an interface. WebDriver is an interface, and there are concepts in Java that classes, interface. So WebDriver is an interface. So we can see the error here, and it says you need to import okay, this should be the capital D, import this package org.openqa.selenium WebDriver. So here we have declared the WebDriver, and now I can say driver is equal to new Firefox driver. When we press Control space, this auto generated window comes. So we'll select Firefox driver. There you go. Okay, cannot make a static reference to the non-static field driver. Okay, can do this. Now the question was how to launch a browser in Selenium. So the answer is we need to initialize the WebDriver by WebDriver is equal to new Firefox driver, wherein in this line WebDriver is an interface, which means this driver, the highlighted one, is the reference of WebDriver interface, and on the right side of the equal to operator we are creating the object of Firefox driver class. So if anybody asks you in the line WebDriver is equal to new Firefox driver, what is Firefox driver? You could say uh, Firefox driver is a class. Okay, so Firefox driver is a class and WebDriver is an interface. Okay, now how to launch the browser? Question remains the same. We have initialized the WebDriver, but how to launch a browser? So it's very simple. You just need to create on you just need to write this WebDriver reference driver dot, and here you will see so many methods, but using get method we can launch the browser. So here we can pass the URL https, let's say google.com. Okay, so we can launch the browser, and in the browser we'll see google.com. So the answer of the question how to launch a browser in Selenium is we need to initialize the WebDriver object by using the line WebDriver is equal to new Firefox driver, and we can use the driver.get method to launch the browser. Let's see whether we are able to execute our code or not. Just right click and run as Java application. There you go. As you can see, Firefox is launched and google.com, you can see the URL google.com. So yes, we have seen the demo, the actual demo, how we can launch a browser in Selenium. So the question was how to launch a browser in Selenium. So the answer is by using these two lines we can launch the browser in Selenium. And in the example I have shown, I have used Firefox, but by small changes you can launch the browser in Internet Explorer, in Chrome. What you need to do is you just need to change the right side of the equal to operator. So let's say if you want to launch the browser in Internet Explorer, what you need to do is you simply say WebDriver is equal to new and internet. I have pressed control space and internet Explorer driver. Here you go, Internet Explorer driver. So interface is same, but the class is changing, and that's why there is a purpose that WebDriver is an interface, because uh, we can implement this WebDriver interface in different classes. So before this, in previous example we have used Firefox driver class. So Firefox driver implemented the methods of WebDriver interface, and in the case of Internet Explorer driver, so Internet Explorer driver class will implement the methods of WebDriver. So using Internet Explorer driver, we can launch the uh, browser in Internet Explorer, and same way if you want to launch the browser in Chrome, what you could do is same way, um, web driver web driver is equal to new Chrome driver, which means these are different classes like Chrome driver, Internet Explorer driver, Firefox driver. So these are the classes which are specifically for different browsers like Firefox, Internet Explorer, Chrome, and so on. So yes, the answer of the question is we need to initialize the driver object by using this line, and we need to use the get method. One more point about these Internet Explorer and Chrome driver, you need to set the uh, property where that Chrome driver.exe is available or iDriver.exe is available. That you can do using uh, system dot set property, and here you can pass your key and the value. So in case of Chrome, it should be let's try to run it, and we will get one exception, and accordingly we can set the path. So let me close this. So this time we are going to see we will try to launch the google.com in the Chrome browser, but using these two lines we won't be able to launch the browser in Chrome, because we have to set some property, and that property can be set using system.set property, but right now I'm not able to recall what those properties are. So I'll run this code and I'll get the exception, and from there I'll try to fix the issue. Let me run it quickly for you. Run as Java application. Here you go, we got the exception, and the exception is pretty simple. Exception in thread java.lang illegal state exception. The path to the driver executable must be set by the webdriver.chrome.driver system property. So this is the property which I was talking about. So this is the key which I need to set over here. This is the key, Chrome driver, and here you will need to set the path of the Chrome driver exe. Let me check whether I have that Chrome driver exe or not. Chrome driver, iDriver, Gecko driver. So right now I don't have that exe, but yes, you can pass the path of Chrome driver exe, and it should be something like C drive some folder slash Chrome driver.exe. So you just need to set the path of Chrome driver.exe. So using these three lines we can launch the browser in Chrome. Same way, in case of I browser, you just need to say I and then the path of iDriver.exe, and this way you can launch the browser in Selenium. So So the final answer would be, if we want to launch the Firefox browser, then we need to use two lines of code, this and driver.get. And if in case we want to launch the browser in Chrome, IE, or other than Firefox driver, then we will need to use these three lines: system.set property, then WebDriver driver is equal to new Chrome driver or IE driver, and then driver.get. Alright, so that brings me to the end of the session today. Thank you so much. Bye bye.